Hello. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome. That's right. Let's arrive together. My favorite activity. Standing 2 feet, shoulder width apart. Soften your knees. And then imagine that you have this string of pearls, like your spine coming up the top of your crown, and that you kind of pick it up, and letting your shoulders drop, letting the tension melt away, breathing in, as you exhale, letting go, scanning yourself with your inner eyes, checking out where you might be holding stress. So in your head, your neck, your jaw, your eyes, your hands, your torso, your heart, your belly, your hip. So as we begin to drop into stillness, there's a depth. Just like the ocean, there's the surface, and then you can drop deeper. So this is an invitation to explore the inner landscape that is you. As you move your hands, begin to add the elbows, just increasing. Adding your shoulders and torso. Moving it in one direction and moving it in the other direction. And remember to breathe. Adding your torso. And your hips and your legs. You know why you have to come to class and you do silly stuff? Because you wouldn't do it by yourself otherwise. Okay. For those who are doing good, keep doing. So the next thing we're going to add is we're going to add spinning. But you're again holding your feet as your stabilizer. So staying firmly grounded through your feet, keeping your hips square toward the front of you, and then just moving your arms side to side, letting your arms flow with the momentum of the torso turning. So I was going to share that as we we begin to feel good. After 2 weeks of practice, we think we don't need to come. we can quit.
You're preaching to the choir, man.
Right?
The choir is here.
Yeah. So, it's so important to keep it up.
It is.
And it's a discipline. It's hard. Most people don't have discipline. I mean, I'm one of them. So that's why I have to have a class, just so I would do it too. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to do it more with more strength, if that feels comfortable. So you're going to start dropping down with your knees. And just notice how the arms land on our bodies a little bit harder. So circulating energy, moving our vitality. And then when you let your hands flop on you, it's also a form of stimulation, of knocking on the temple. Even the Chinese call this body a temple. Okay, slowly, gradually coming into stillness. Taking your fist, we'll go ahead and start dislodging the stagnation that's in our hip. So you can use the side of your fist, you can use the knuckles here. And if that is too much, then tap. Then pat or tap. Okay, so you are going to have to explore and see what feels right today. Well, let's go ahead and take it to the back. Take it to the sitting muscles. And slowly come up alongside your spine. Not on the spine, but alongside the spine. Do a little pause here at the kidneys, adrenal glands. Coming up to the top of your shoulders. Let's go up through the neck. Remember to breathe. And we'll circulate around the two halves of our skull, of our heads. So typically along your occipital ridge, where the skull ends and dips, there's a lot of tension in here because it's a transition point. Coming around when you're ready to your forehead, temples. Go up above the eyebrow and do the eye sockets. And feel free to pause where it feels really good to you. And come down the jaw. Down the neck muscles, the collarbone, so the area, the thymus, which is above your heart, that's where the T cells are made. So T cells are like your immunity cells, and it helps us stay healthy. And let's also do an ah, like Tarzan. Take a nice deep breath. Okay, come down your heart and working your way toward the sternum, the diaphragm, and along the side of your torso. So we'll start on your left and my left. We'll just pat along the side, especially the armpits. Have a lot of glands in here. Okay. And let's start on the right side. Let's go to our hands, rubbing our hands together. And then we'll go ahead and tap the arm, the inner arm. Wrapping it around the shoulder. Down the outer arm. Or if you choose to do it in the opposite direction, that's fine too. Rubbing our hands again, nice and warm. Let's put them over our eyeballs. Just cover them nice and warm. Checking how you're standing. Feet shoulder width apart, bended knees, soft knees, like you can bounce on them. Tucking your pelvic bowl, align your spine, sending warm, soothing energy through our eyeballs. And then let's go ahead and come releasing your hands. And we're going to do the flowing motions. So we're going to take your hand. We're going to inhale, raise it up, shoulder width, shoulder height, palms facing down, and hands, arms float down. Now imagine that you are in water. You're in this nice, healing water. And that your hands is just being lifted up. Inhale as you lift them up, raise them up, and exhale as you float them down. If you could imagine that you have strings attached to your wrist, lifting up, raising your arms, and then gently lower your arms. Okay, doing great. Inhale and raise them up. Exhale, float them down. Alright, when you're ready, we're going to add the leaning motion as you raise your arms, lean forward onto your toes, or just to the balls of your feet. So start with the balls of your feet. Inhale, raising arms, leaning toward your balls of your feet. Exhaling, lifting up your toes, keeping the balls of your feet on the ground. Inhale, and maybe adding this leaning motion, just a very slight one. So this motion really has helped me to become aware when I am leaning too much into the future. I'm in a hurry, and I know I can catch myself that I'm standing on the balls of my feet and leaning forward. Okay, we will finish this last set. And we'll leave hands by our side. Checking in with your stance one more time. So now let's do bending, forward bending, and back bending into a C and a reverse C. Okay, so we're going to inhale, lift up our arms, palms turn upward, and then just looking up if that's convenient. And then make fist and start curling forward like a C. Okay, that's the basic motion. Inhale. When you get up to the top, look up, palms facing up toward the sky, and then make fists, and then start bringing the fists together, adding tension in the fists and the arms as they push against one another, keeping your heads up rather than looking down toward your belly. Inhale. Make fists, create tension. Start adding the tension not only in your fists and arms pressing against each other, but your upper arms, your legs. Make fists, exhale. And always remember to breathe whenever you need a breath. As you start coming down to the C position, try squeezing every muscle in your body as you create that final tension. From your eyeballs, your stomach, your pelvic floor muscles, your toes. Let's do one final one. And let's relax. Let's do some side bends. So let's go to your right or left. Slowly go from your neck and torso, coming back up to the center, pacing it with inhalation and exhalation. You might find it's reversed today. Now remember to only expend 70% of your range. So if you find yourself going that 100% effort, kind of back it off a little bit. Okay, this will be the third round. And this time we'll add, as we bend to one side, bringing up the arm, finding support if you need support, pressing the foot that your arm is raised. Notice how that deepens the stretch. It's so windy here. This reminds me of the trees swaying in the wind. And you know, it's amazing, you watch the trees and they are just bending and blowing with the wind. How do they not break? It's because they're deeply rooted. Let's do one more step. So the roots don't get established overnight. It takes days and weeks and months. Coming back to the center. One breathing exercise I'd like to introduce you to today is the Qi Hue. Qi means inhale, in, and then the Hu is the out. We're going to use our hands also to help just moving. So it looks something like this. So when you inhale, it's like a pause. It's in two stages. And exhale. Let's go ahead and try it. Now, for some people, it might just be one Qi, one Hu. Okay, so maybe we should all start there. Slow it down, because if you go too fast, you're going to get lightheaded. And I want you to make sure you're oxygenating first. Okay, I think most of us have been exhaling with our mouth closed, so let's try exhaling with the mouth open. Okay, so that's one pace. So let's try fasting, quickening the pace just a little bit. In, out, okay? Everybody doing okay with that? Let's do Qi, Qi, Hu. Let's do 3 of those. Alright, let's return to Qi and Hu. Okay, let's pause. How does that feel? Is it energizing? Is it tiring? Energizing. Okay, so this is another breathing exercise. Alright, so before I show you the other moves the Tai Chi, I actually wanted to do a whole series so that you see what it looks like. And if you want to try to follow along, that's fine too. So we start with stepping, and then we bring it to one hand, making a ball. We toss the frisbee, we catch. We toss, and we catch. Then we turn the ball. Then we brush and send. Make the ball, brush, and send. And then you're going to cross our arms in front. And then you're going to open. And then you're going to kind of parting the ocean or parting the sky. Turning as your arms move. And then coming back to a cross. And then we open our arms. We bring it to one side. And then this is watching the clouds float. And then the clouds drop. The other cloud hand comes up. And then we go to the other side. Cloud rises. And cloud passes. And then we do a cross. And then we do the gathering. We gather the abundance of the earth. And we gather from above. And then we close. So
It was beautiful.
that's the
No,
entire.
it's so relaxing too.
Oh, it is.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it looks like. So I'm going to stand with you as we review the first two. Okay. Will this be better? Okay. All right, so we'll stand feet together. Knees are soft. We're gonna inhale, arms come up, stepping the left foot, and then going to the left. We're gonna toss the frisbee. So I'm gonna step over this way. Toss the frisbee. Trying to be in view here of the camera. Catch the ball. Good. Toss the frisbee. Catch the ball. Inhale, toss the frisbee. Remember that the arms don't have to be super far away. It could be as close as you are. Inhale, come back together with the arm, the ball. Inhale, tossing the frisbee. Catch the ball. Tossing the frisbee. Inhale. Catch the ball. And tossing the frisbee. So this is harmonizing yin and yang. So yin is the earth. Yang or yang is the heavens, the sky. So our hand moves from yin up to yang, making a chi ball, and yin hand goes to yang, make the chi ball. Inhale, yang, make your chi ball, and inhale. And moves up to yang, catch the ball. Okay, so that is harmonizing yin and yang. And now let's flip the chi ball upside down. We're gonna brush, so you go from yang to yin, brush the hand, brush the knee, send chi, backfill it with chi. Make your chi ball, brush the left knee, and send chi. Make your ball. Brush, and send, make the ball. Brush, and send. Catch. Good. Now start paying attention to your torso. Remember to keep your torso straight, pelvic tucked. Knees are bent. And we turn with the hips, keeping that Tai Chi pole. Brush and send. Catch the ball. Brush and send. Catch the ball. Okay, let's do 2 more. Brush, send, make the ball. Brush and send, make the ball. Now we're going to bring the lower hand up into a cross, an X. And then you're gonna bring your hand that's closest to you, drop it back, like swimming back. You're gonna swim back. Good. Now come to the front and center. Then you're gonna take the left hand, swim with your arm, just scoop it and then bring it back. Standing in the front, facing center. And then doing the arm, very good, and bring it back. So it naturally flows where your right arm also extends out. So, okay, inhale, right arm goes back, left arm goes to the front, yep, and then they come back together in front. Inhale, left arm goes back, right arms go to the front, come back to the center. Turning with your Tai Chi pole, turning with the hips, not the torso. Inhaling, turning to the right, right arm goes back, left arm goes forward, staying in front. Square, then going to the left. Okay, now imagine that you have the string attached to your wrist, remember? And then they just kind of float effortlessly. You guys are doing great. I'm going to turn around for the people on the camera. Now, turn back and look at your hand. Turn back and look at your hand. So we're also adding these gentle movement of increasing our range of motion. Inhale as the arms part. Okay, we're going to start from the top. Alrighty. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to bring our feet together. Aligning, knees are soft, the pelvic bowl is tucked so that our spine is straight and the head is also pulled up, shoulders down. Now the reason that the spine in this position is so important for our well-being is if you go look up the spine, you will see that the spine have these cushioned pillows. They're like pillows protecting each of the vertebrae. And if we're in a bent, a sideways positions for long periods of time, we are damaging these cushions, right? The pillows. So when we are standing straight in this alignment, you're giving these cushions a break. And then when we do these side bends, we're also fluffing them, so to speak. Okay, that was just a little tidbit. So let's open. Inhale. Arms up, stepping to the left. Checking in now with your stance. And your right arm drop to your left side. I'm going to do it so I'm mirroring you. Okay, checking your stance, your Tai Chi pose. All right, inhale. Yin hand goes to yang. Bring your low hand, catch the Chi ball. Very good. Inhale, yin hand goes to yang. Catch the ball. And yin to yang. Catch the Chi ball. Okay, last one, coming back to your left. And now let's flip the ball upside down. Brush, knee, and send the chi with your left hand. Make the ball. Good. Brush, knee, send chi. Catch the ball. Brush, and send, and catch. Brush, send, and catch. Brush, send, and catch. Brush, send, catch. Okay, you say it to yourself now. I'm going to let you do 2 of those. Okay, 2 more. There is just a tranquility with silence, isn't it? Okay, we'll pause on your left hand side with your chi ball. And then you're going to turn to the center as you bring your arms across. Alright, so whichever arm is closest to you, you're going to drop that arm back. Yep, drop the arm, the closest arm back. And then bring it to the front. Inhale, drop. The opposite arm. Looking back. And if it feels right to you, you can move the front hand toward the front. So you're almost like stretching a rubber band around the shoulder level. Coming back to the center to start. Not being in a hurry, but pausing here at the front. And let's do 2 more, 1 more on each side. And then we will go into gather today. We'll leave 1 more movement for next time. So, arms crossed. So imagining that we're gathering the vitality from the earth as we open our arms, keeping your back straight. Inhale as you're scooping this earthly material vitality into your being. And then scooping the vitality from up above, the sun, the sky, bringing it in. And then let's do the earth again. And above. One more cycle with the gathering. Arms down. And then bringing the left foot in to the right. Very good. Okay. How about let's do that set one more time. All right. So we'll open in the same way. Open to the left. Checking our stance. Setting the intention for alignment, for breathing, for centering. And let's inhale, bringing up our arms, stepping to the right. No, sorry, your left. And then moving your hands to your left. So I'm mirroring you. All right, yin to yang. I'm going to guide you out loud less. Ball. Yin to yang. Ball. Yin to yang. Ball. Yin to yang. And ball. Yin to yang. Ball. We'll do two more with silence. So we're going to come back to your left. All right, now what do? We're going to go to brush knee. Who remembers? Flip the ball. Very good. Flip the ball. Take the top hand, we brush the opposite knee, and then we send chi, make the ball. Brush, knee, send chi. Ball. Brush, and send chi. Brush, send chi. Ball. Brush, send, chi, brush, send, chi. Let's do two more. All right, now we're going to come to the front and do a big cross arm. Taking the arm that's closest to your face, you can drop that one back. The opposite arm goes to the front. Returning to the front and center, then open up your arms. Like stretching a rubber band. Does that help with the visualization? Is there a better visualization? Anybody else?
Works for me.
Works for you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're up here in the front, inhale. And then as you come back, as the arms come back together, you exhale. Okay? Alright, let's do 2 final ones. And we go into gathering. Gather from the earth, giving blessings as we receive it into this body. And then gathering from the sky, the infinite, eternal, giving gratitude as we receive that too. Let's do 2 more complete sets. Inhale, gather from the earth. And inhale and gather from above. Inhale, gather all that goodness into our bodies. Exhale. So coming to the center. And then I want you to this time to do a final sweep. And as you do this final sweep, when you bring it in, imagining that you are pressing it into your soul, into your essence. All this magical goodness, elixir of life. And then hands together at the navel, at Dantian, until you feel the warmth of your hands and the Dantian. And then when you feel that warmth, imagine that you see this glowing ember of life, vitality that is inside you, fanning the flame, but yet still maintain control. And then, when you're ready, we're going to close. You're going to drop your arms, sweeping up, gathering one of your weight. Your weight will fall onto one foot. And then draw the other foot in to a close, so nice and centered. And then palms together at the heart. Taking a bow. Very good. So now we'll go into a little meditation. So if you want to sit on a chair or grab a cushion. I remember the wise words of the sage teacher this time. You asked me last time, but I totally spaced it.
They're fine, just grab it.
Okay.
Okay, so come into seated position. Whether it's on a chair, a cushion, your couch, it doesn't matter.
Like this?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just want to sit in a comfortable position where you are dignified rather than like slouch, right? And I'll just ask you to listen to the sound of the bowl until you can not hear it any longer. So it's only natural that our mind will look for things to pay attention to. So as the sound of the bowl fades away, our ears become aware of other sounds in the area. So you can fixate on a certain sound that you hear within your vicinity, or you can do of a open awareness where you let various sounds enter into your awareness. We'll practice that for a minute. So notice how sounds are simply sounds. They're a vibration, energy wave of different patterns. And when it comes into our ears, we start to process, we perceive the sound, we try to make sense of it. And as we begin to make sense of it, you start forming judgments. Ooh, I like that sound. I want more of it. I wish another sound didn't come to interfere and distract me because I didn't like that sound. That was not so pleasant. So notice how your mind tells itself stories. Notice how these biases are formed right here. And it is neither right or wrong. So just become aware that that is the habit of the mind. And I'm going to share with you a word of wisdom from the sages of Tao Te Ching. Listening with your heart. Tonight's reading is We Are a River. Our life has not been an ascent, up one side of a mountain and down the other. We did not reach a peak, only to decline and die. We have been as drops of water born in the ocean and sprinkled on the earth in a gentle rain. We became a spring and then a stream and finally a river flowing deeper and stronger, nourishing all it touches as it nears its home once again. Don't accept the modern myth of aging. You are not declining. You are not fading away into uselessness. You are a sage, a river at its deepest and most nourishing. Sit by a riverbank sometime and watch attentively as the river tells you of your life. joining us tonight. May your evening be pleasant and tranquil, and the rest of your week be just the same. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.